Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Um, yeah, I had my microphone disconnected. Can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I thought I had everything ready. I usually have, but I usually do, I mean, but it seems it wasn't the case today. But once again, welcome everybody. Today is Saturday, July the 29th, 2023. It's 1:01 p.m. in Colombia. And this is Mike. I'm so glad to bid you welcome to the fifth live streaming class. Remember that we've been doing these classes and we've been practicing regular verbs conjugation in the simple present tense. We had a class in which I explained what are the rules, and those rules are pretty easy. Rules are, because those are regular verbs, we are working on regular verbs, we basically use a table. So before we begin, I want to once again give you welcome to our class. It's cool, ain't it cool? Live streaming class, conjugation of regular verbs. Okay. So thing is, we're using this table here. Give me a second. This table here, this one. And what we are doing is, for regular verbs, the conjugation of regular verbs in Spanish follows this rule. This rule. Thing is, we take a regular verb in its infinitive form, ending in ar et ir. Let's say jugar, comer, sonreír, things like that. And we change the ending, the ar et ir ending, and we change for any of these other endings depending on the pronoun. You see, it's pretty easy, and that's what we've been doing basically. And for these exercises, we've been using a list of the 56 most used regular verbs in Spanish. Remember that in the class, I do have a video of a class for regular verb conjugation. There's a link for a PDF file, and at the last part of the PDF file, you will find the list of more than 100 verbs to practice with. And after that, there's a list of the 56 most used verbs in Spanish, and we've been working based on that list. Today we're going to, we have 26 verbs left out of the list. Today we're working 13 out of those 26, and then we're going to have another class, a sixth class, in which we are going to work the remaining 13 verbs. So what we're doing is basically sentences, examples of sentences, and please follow the rules on this table. If the verb ends in ar, if the verb ends in er, or if the verb ends in ir, just follow the rules here. First column ar, second column er, third column ir. So let's start with the verbs for today. And in the last class, there was something interesting because we started with the verb gustar. The verb gustar in Spanish works kind of differently than the other verbs. So, gustar, when we translate to like from English, it's like saying gustar de. That would be the translation, gustar de. And based on that, if we translate the verb to like as gustar de, we have to use the root of the verb, gust. We need to change the R ending part depending on the table, the first column of the table, and we have to add de or del depending on the noun I like or the thing I like, right? So in this case, if I translate the verb as gustar de, I would have to follow the conjugation rules. So I say, yo gusto, you see, yo gusto del chocolate. I like chocolate. Tú gustas de bailar salsa. You like to dance salsa. That's singular formal, singular informal close relationships. Usted gusta de bailar salsa, singular formal. Ustedes gustan de bailar salsa, plural. Vosotros gustáis de bailar salsa, Spain, in Spain. Él gusta de leer libros de ciencia ficción. He likes to read science fiction books. Él gusta. Ella gusta, same conjugation. Ella gusta de escuchar música clásica. She likes to listen to classical music. Gusta de que lo alimenten. It likes to be fed. Nosotros gustamos de jugar al fútbol. We like to play soccer. And ellos gustan de ver películas de acción. They like to watch action movies, for male. Ellas gustan de ver películas de acción. They like to watch action movies, for female. And as you can see, basically, we have the conjugation for the verb ending in ar, but translated the verb to like as gustar de. Two things interesting here. First thing, remember that in Spanish, we usually skip the pronoun. So I don't say yo gusto del chocolate, I just say gusto del chocolate. Or tú gustas de bailar salsa, I just say gustas de bailar salsa. Because the conjugation of the verb usually tells me who am I talking about. The pronoun, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is, even though the real translation of to like in Spanish would be gustar de, that's not the way we talk. We don't say that. If somebody says, tú gustas de bailar salsa, I really understand. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is not as natural as we speak, right? In our regular speech, we use me gusta with to like. In this case, we have something that we call el objeto indirecto. El objeto indirecto would be like indirect object. In order to indicate who likes something. So, if it's I like, yo, I need to use me, and the verb is just gusta. The verb here in the regular and in the natural conjugation of gustar is either gusta for singular or gustan for plural. Let's say if I like apples, I say gustan because I'm talking about plural, apples. But if I say I like your car, because it's a single thing, I say gusta. It's a singular object, right? That's the first thing. And we use, if it's I like, I say me gusta. You see here? If it's I like, I say me gusta. I change the subject pronoun for the object pronoun. Me gusta. And the verb is this for singular, or me gustan if it's for plural. For you, I say te gusta or te gustan. If it's for he, she, it, or you, singular, formal, we say le gusta or le gustan. If it's for us, nos gusta or nos gustan. If it's for them, they, either male, female, or you, plural, we say les gusta or les gustan. And if it's for you in Spain, vosotros, we say os gusta or os gustan. See? That's the thing. Now, we usually just say that. Me gusta, te gusta, le gusta, les gusta. And as you can see, the verb, basically the conjugation is either one or two, depending on if it's singular or plural. That's it. That's it. Sometimes, just to be explicit, right? We add a mí me gusta. A mí. It's like the saying to me, a mí, a ti, to you. Singular, informal, close relationship. A él, to him, a ella, to her, a usted, to you, formal, singular, formal. A nosotros, to us, a ellos, to them, male, a ellas, to them, female, a ustedes, to you, plural, or a vosotros, to you, Spain. So sometimes we add that, and that's the reason why I put that here, because we can or we cannot use that. If we put that, it's just like being it's not specific, explicit, to be more explicit, right? To be more explicit, like saying, a mí me gusta. I do like chocolate. It's something like that, right? So we can find a mí me gusta or a ti te gusta. And in this case, this table won't work. This table won't work. But because as you can see, the conjugation is either gusta or gustan. Always. It doesn't matter who. Gusta or gustan. And for singular gusta and for plural gustan. The only thing that changes is I change the pronoun, the subject pronoun for the object pronoun here. These ones. And once again, if I want to just be explicit, I do this, but not necessarily. I can do that either way. So, I like chocolate. The way you're going to hear that, at least in Colombia, in regular Spanish, is me gusta el chocolate. And I can also say, a mí me gusta el chocolate. A mí me gusta el chocolate. I can say that, right? ¿Te gusta bailar salsa? You like to dance salsa. Singular, informal, close relationships. A ti te gusta bailar salsa. The same. ¿Le gusta bailar salsa? A usted. Singular, formal. You like to dance salsa. ¿Les gusta bailar salsa? A ustedes les gusta bailar salsa. You like to dance salsa. It's the same. ¿Os gusta bailar salsa? Plural. ¿Os gusta bailar salsa? Plural in Spain. Or a vosotros os gusta bailar salsa. Right? Remember, I'm speaking about singular stuff, so I use only gusta. But if it were plural, I use gustan. Le gusta leer libros de ciencia ficción. He likes to read science fiction books. A él le gusta leer libros de ciencia ficción. It's the same. Le gusta escuchar música clásica. A ella le gusta escuchar música clásica. She likes to listen to classical music. Le gusta que lo alimenten. He likes to be fed. Nos gusta jugar al fútbol. A nosotros nos gusta jugar al fútbol. We like to play soccer. A ellos, male, they like, les gusta ver películas de acción. Or just les gusta ver películas de acción. A ellas les gusta ver películas de acción. They like to watch action movies. Female. So basically we use just the object pronoun. We change the object pronoun. We change the subject pronoun for the object pronoun. And in some cases we add this part here just to be more specific about something. Let's say in the case of le gusta could be él, ella, or usted. And I can say, a usted le gusta. Just to make sure I'm fully understood. Or a él le gusta. Because if I say, le gusta leer libros. ¿A quién? A él. Okay, a él le gusta leer libros. Le gusta leer libros. ¿A quién? A ella. A ella le gusta leer libros. So this is one of the trickiest things when it comes to verb conjugation in Spanish. Gustar, right? This is one of the trickiest thing, and I hope this has been a good explanation. You just need to practice. Remember, we can do that the formal way, which is not, you will be understood, but it's not natural, or the natural way, a tricky way. A basic conjugation, gusta singular, gustan plural for all of the subjects, and we need to change subject pronoun for the object pronoun, me, te, le, nos, les, os, depending on this table here, right? That's the thing. It's just a matter of practice. Okay, so hablar. In English we have to speak or to talk. Both verbs can be translated as hablar. So I can say, yo hablo español con fluidez. I speak Spanish fluently. Tú hablas con el profesor todos los días. You speak with the teacher every day. You can say, an additional H here. Whoops. Okay. You speak with the teacher every day. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted habla con el profesor todos los días. Singular, formal. You speak with the teacher every day. Ustedes hablan con el profesor todos los días. You speak with the teacher every day. Plural. Vosotros habláis con el profesor todos los días. If in Spain, plural. Él habla francés de manera excelente. He speaks French excellently. Ella habla sobre su trabajo en la reunión. She talks about her job at the meeting. ¿Sí? Habla en inglés. It speaks in English. Nosotros hablamos con nuestros vecinos regularmente. We talk with our neighbors regularly. And ellos hablan de sus planes de viaje. They talk about their travel plans. Male. Ellas hablan acerca de sus planes de viaje. They talk about their travel plans. You might have noticed that I said ellos hablan de sus planes de viaje, and I also said ellos hablan acerca de sus planes de viaje. The same. Spanish is freaking complicated. We are prone to complicate things. Spanish culture is prone to drama. So, cultural things. Okay. Invitar, to invite. Invitar. I think I missed one here because you can also use treat. I'm going to treat you to dinner, right? Voy a invitar a la cena. But I just used invite here. It invites to that. It invites you to that. Yeah. So, invitar, to invite or to treat. Invitar a algo. We have, yo invito a mis amigos a mi fiesta de cumpleaños. I invite my friends to my birthday party. Tú invitas. You see, this is invitar. You see the root, I'm changing the ending part. I leave the root and I'm using the first column here. First column, ar. Yo invito, tú invitas, usted invita, and so on. Tú invitas a tus vecinos a la barbacoa. You invite your neighbors to the barbecue. Singular, close relationships, informal. Usted invita a sus vecinos a la barbacoa. Singular, formal. Ustedes invitan a sus vecinos a la barbacoa. Plural. Vosotros invitáis a vuestros vecinos a la barbacoa. Plural in Spain. Él invita a su novia a cenar en un restaurante. He invites his girlfriend to have dinner at a restaurant. Ella invita a sus compañeros de trabajo a su casa. She invites her coworkers to her house. Invita a bailar. Let's say, oh, this music invites you to dance. Nos invita a bailar. It invites you to dance. Invita a bailar. Nosotros invitamos a nuestros familiares a la reunión familiar. We invite our relatives to the family gathering. And ellos invitan a sus colegas a un evento especial. Male for they. They invite their colleagues to a special event. Ellas, female, ellas invitan, same conjugation. Ellas invitan a sus colegas a un evento especial. They invite their colleagues to a special event. Let's move to lavar. To wash. Yo lavo mis manos antes de comer. I wash my hands before eating. Lavar. First column, ending in ar. Same thing. Tú lavas los platos después de la cena. Singular, informal, close relationships. You wash the dishes after dinner. Usted lava los platos después de la cena. Singular, formal. Ustedes lavan los platos después de la cena. Plural. Vosotros laváis los platos después de la cena. Plural in Spain. Él lava su coche. In Spanish, coche is car. In Spain and in Colombia we say carro. We also use the word automóvil, but mostly carro. So just to make sure of that. Él lava su carro los fines de semana. He washes his car on weekends. Ella lava su ropa en la lavadora. She washes her clothes in the washing machine. Lava las ventanas de la casa. It washes the house windows. Nosotros lavamos la ropa sucia cada semana. We wash dirty clothes every week. And ellos lavan los platos sucios después de la comida. Male. They wash their dirty dishes after the meal. Ellas, female, ellas lavan los platos sucios después de la comida. Remember that all of these sentences, you can skip the noun. You can just say lava su coche, lavamos, lavan, lavo, with all of the verbs. Limpiar, to clean, limpiar. Ar, you see most of the verbs, the regular verbs from this list end in ar. Most of them. A lot of verbs ending in ar. Yo limpio mi habitación todos los días. I clean my room every day. Tú limpias la cocina después de cocinar. You clean the kitchen after cooking. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted limpia la cocina después de cocinar. Singular, formal. Ustedes limpian la cocina después de cocinar. Plural. And I think I mixed up here. I'm going to repeat. Tú limpias la cocina después de cocinar. You clean the kitchen after cooking. That's singular, informal, close relationships. Usted limpia la cocina después de cocinar. Singular, formal. Ustedes limpian la cocina después de cocinar. Plural. Vosotros limpiáis la cocina después de cocinar. Plural in Spain. Él limpia el coche los fines de semana. Él limpia el carro los fines de semana. He cleans the car on weekends. Ella limpia el baño con productos de limpieza. She cleans the bathroom with cleaning products. Limpia las ventanas automáticamente. It cleans the windows automatically. Nosotros limpiamos la casa antes de recibir visitas. We clean the house before receiving guests. And ellos, male, ellos limpian el suelo con una aspiradora. They clean the floor with a vacuum cleaner. Ellas, female, ellas limpian el suelo con una aspiradora. El piso. They clean the floor with a vacuum cleaner. And we move to llamar, another verb with ar, ending in ar. First column, to call. Yo llamo a mi madre todos los días. I call my mother every day. Tú llamas a tus amigos por teléfono. Singular, close relationship, formal. You call your friends on the phone. Usted llama a sus amigos por teléfono. Singular, formal. You call your friends on the phone. Ustedes llaman a sus amigos por teléfono. Plural. Vosotros llamáis a vuestros amigos por teléfono. Plural in Spain. Él llama a su jefe para confirmar la reunión. He calls his boss to confirm the meeting. Ella llama a su hermana para invitarla a la fiesta. She calls her sister to invite her to the party. Nosotros llamamos al médico para hacer una cita. We call the doctor to make an appointment. Llama mi atención. It calls my attention. Ellos llaman a la policía para reportar el incidente. Male, they call the police to report the incident. Ellas llaman a la policía para reportar el incidente. They call the police to report the incident. And so we move to verb llevar, ending in ar. Again, we are practicing a lot of verbs ending in ar. To carry, to bring, to take, or to wear can be translated as those four words. And I have all those four here. I have, yo llevo el libro a la biblioteca. I take the book to the library. Tú llevas a tu perro al parque todos los días. Singular, close relationships, informal. You take your dog to the park every day. Usted lleva a su perro al parque todos los días. Singular, formal. Ustedes llevan a su perro al parque todos los días. Plural. Vosotros lleváis a vuestro perro al parque todos los días. Plural in Spain. Él lleva una caja pesada. He carries a heavy box. Ella lleva su maleta al aeropuerto. She carries her suitcase to the airport. Lleva oxígeno. It carries oxygen. Nosotros llevamos abrigos en invierno. We wear coats in winter. Oxygen. What happened here with oxygen? It's with a Y, of course. Yeah, with a Y. Sorry. I was thinking, there's something wrong there. Ellos llevan su equipo, male. Ellos llevan su equipo de camping al viaje. They bring their camping gear for the trip. Ellas llevan su equipo de camping al viaje. They bring their camping gear for the trip. Okay. Mirar. Mirar can be translated as to see, to look at, or to watch. 3 different ways to say mirar in Spanish. I mean, mirar, just that word in Spanish. In English, we have 3 different ways. Yo miro, another verb ending in ar. Yo miro una película interesante en cine. I watch an interesting movie at the cinema. Tú miras tu programa favorito de televisión, singular, close relationship, informal. You watch your favorite TV show. Usted mira su programa favorito de televisión, singular, formal. Ustedes miran su programa favorito de televisión, plural. Vosotros miráis vuestro programa favorito de televisión, plural if in Spain. Él mira el cuadro colgado en la pared. He looks at the painting hanging on the wall. Ella mira a su perro jugando en el jardín. She looks at her dog playing in the garden. Mira a su presa con atención. It watches its prey carefully. Nosotros miramos el partido de fútbol en el estadio. We see the soccer match at the stadium. Ellos miran la puesta de sol en la playa. Male. They see the sunset at the beach. Ellas, female, ellas miran la puesta de sol en la playa. Easy, right? This is basically practicing repetition. Necesitar. So if you need help with this, if you need, necesitar, si necesitan ayuda, you can find a lot of verbs conjugated in this series of videos. It's going to be a series of 6 videos. Today we are finishing video number 5, and this week we're going to have our 6th live streaming class with the remaining 13 verbs. Necesitar, ending ar. To need. Yo necesito un nuevo libro para leer. I need a new book to read. Tú necesitas ayuda con tus tareas. Singular, informal, close relationships. You need help with your assignments. Assignments. Usted necesita ayuda con sus tareas. Singular, formal. Ustedes necesitan ayuda con sus tareas. Plural. Vosotros necesitáis ayuda con vuestras tareas. Plural in Spain. Él necesita estudiar más para el examen. He needs to study more for the exam. Ella necesita comprar algunos víveres en el supermercado. She needs to buy some groceries at the supermarket. Necesita combustible. It needs fuel. Nosotros necesitamos encontrar una solución al problema. We need to find the solution to the problem. And ellos necesitan prepararse para el viaje. They need to get ready for the trip if it's male. And ellas, same conjugation, ellas necesitan prepararse para el viaje. They need to get ready for the trip. And we move to the verb olvidar. Another verb ending in ar. A lot of verbs ending in ar. Regular verbs in Spanish. It's way interesting. It's a good exercise. Remember, practicing, repeating basic sentences. Focus on the conjugation. That's it. We will have time in order to study the other things. Adjectives, articles, verbs, stuff like that. Yo olvido mi contraseña con frecuencia. I forget my password frequently. Tú olvidas dónde dejaste las llaves. You forget where you left the keys. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted olvida dónde dejó las llaves. Singular, formal. Ustedes olvidan dónde dejaron las llaves. Plural. Vosotros olvidáis dónde dejasteis las llaves. Plural in Spain. Él olvida los nombres de las personas. He forgets people's names. Ella olvida poner el despertador. She forgets to set the alarm clock. Olvida el camino de regreso a casa. It forgets the way back home. Nosotros olvidamos nuestras preocupaciones en vacaciones. We forget. Okay, it's my pleasure. Google S. Nosotros olvidamos nuestras preocupaciones en vacaciones. We forget our worries on vacation. And ellos olvidan traer sus libros a clase. Male. They forget to bring their books to class. Ellas olvidan traer sus libros a clase. Female. They forget to bring their books to class. Parar. To stop. Ar. You see a lot of verbs in ar. And remember, the red part is always the root. You use the root and change the ar, er, ir ending part according to the table below. Yo paro de trabajar a las 5 de la tarde. I stop working at 5 in the afternoon. Tú paras de estudiar cuando terminas sus tareas. Singular, close relationships, informal. You stop studying when you finish your assignments. Usted para de estudiar cuando termina sus tareas. Singular, formal. Ustedes paran de estudiar cuando terminan sus tareas. Plural. Vosotros paráis de estudiar cuando termináis vuestras tareas. Spain. Plural. Él para de correr después de la carrera. He stops running after the race. Ella para de hablar cuando el profesor empieza la clase. She stops talking when the teacher begins the class. Para de funcionar después de una hora. It stops working after an hour. Nosotros paramos de bailar cuando la música se detiene. We stop dancing when the music stops. And ellos, male, ellos paran de jugar al fútbol cuando oscurece. They stop playing soccer or football. If it's American football, when it gets dark. Ellas, female, paran de jugar al fútbol cuando oscurece. They stop playing soccer when it gets dark. Perdonar, to forgive. Ar, another verb ending in ar. Lots of verbs ending in ar. With this, you're practicing and learning verbs. You should start using all of these verbs in your practice, in your daily practice. Hopefully it's a daily practice. I have a friend of mine here who's daily practicing. Hi, Serena. Yo perdono a mis amigos cuando cometen errores. How did you learn to roll the R's? Okay. The R, it's kind of difficult to me. It's even difficult because I have a thing with my tongue. The R, sometimes I have issue. This is not subject for this class, but I'm working on a video. I have a series of videos, a playlist called The Sounds of Spanish, which I have A, E, I, O, U so far. And I'm going to have la letra ñ and the R, the R, and the R. I'm gonna have that in those videos, so don't worry, we're gonna get there. It's kind of difficult, but I'm gonna show you and give you exercises and things, tips, in order to get that sound. Don't worry about sounding perfect with the R. Let's say the soft R. Buen provecho. Buen provecho. You see, that's a sentence that we use to say have a good meal, right? Have a good meal. Buen provecho. We do that a lot. Buen provecho. Buen provecho. If you say buen provecho, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Because you don't say buen pro. You say buen provecho. You are going to say that. And it's okay. If you say buen provecho, you sound natural because you're saying something natural. You're saying something that we usually say in Spanish. Remember, we need to learn how to sound natural. Do not worry too much about pronunciation. Do not worry that much. Let's say when I'm teaching English to Spanish speakers, we have a big deal with the I. Let's say did. That's so freaking hard for us Spanish speakers. The I, the difference with the I when I say like eat or eat, it's so difficult, and most people don't get to realize the difference nor to make the sounds. But that's something that passes. If you hear somebody saying he did that good, you understand what the people said, right? I know the idea is to go and sound the best that we can, but remember, perfect kills good. Step by step, there are some things that we need to focus on. Of course, pronunciation is important. As in English, as in any language, pronunciation is important. But there are some things that we don't have to worry that much. Nonetheless, as I told you before, I'm working on videos specifically on those sounds, the R sound and the ñ sound. Things like some native English speakers, when they say yo, they say yo. Say yo me llamo. It is okay. I understand, but the real sound is yo. Yo me llamo. Does it make a big difference? Not at all. Does it make you sound bad? Not at all. You're communicating in a natural way. That's way better than just focusing on a perfect sound and not being able to sound natural, I think. Anyways, as I told you, we're gonna get there. Thanks for the question. That was Swaktev Toro. Thanks for that. And hopefully that's gonna be useful, and stay tuned because that video is coming. So, perdonar. Don't worry. To forgive. Yo perdono a mis amigos cuando cometen errores. I forgive my friends when they make mistakes. Tú perdonas a tu hermana por haber llegado tarde. You forgive your sister for being late. Singular, close relationships, informal. Usted perdona a su hermana por haber llegado tarde. Singular, formal. Ustedes perdonan a su hermana por haber llegado tarde. Plural. Vosotros perdonáis a vuestra hermana por haber llegado tarde. Plural in Spain. Él perdona a su colega por la equivocación. He forgives his colleague for the mistake. Ella perdona a su novio por olvidar su cumpleaños. She forgives her boyfriend for forgetting her birthday. Perdona los pecados. It forgives sins. Nosotros perdonamos a quienes nos han lastimado. We forgive those who have hurt us. And ellos perdonan a sus rivales por sus acciones. They forgive their rivals for their actions. Male. Ellas perdonan a sus rivales por sus acciones. Female. They forgive their rivals for their actions. Forgive. Preguntar. Another R. Preguntar. Preguntar. Sounds cool. If you say preguntar, it's okay. Don't worry about that. Nonetheless, once again, I'll have that video teaching how to roll the tongue and sound the soft R. If you want to try that and work that a lot, of course, it's just like for us trying to deal with the R. I could say perfect, or perfect. Yeah. You sound better, I know, but it doesn't make you the message is conveyed, right? And baby steps. If you dive in the language and you love the culture and you go deep in that, you're gonna get the sounds. Don't worry, you're gonna get the sounds. Our brains are wired to do that, to achieve that. Okay, preguntar, to ask. To ask is also translated as pedir, but that's another verb. Pedir. Preguntar, to ask. Yo pregunto sobre el horario de la reunión. Oh, I said reunión. De la reunión. You see, my brain is playing me tricks. Yo pregunto sobre el horario de la reunión. I ask about the schedule of the meeting. Tú preguntas acerca de su familia. Singular. Close relationships. Informal. You ask about his, her family. Usted pregunta acerca de su familia. Singular. Formal. Ustedes preguntan acerca de su familia. Plural. Vosotros preguntáis acerca de su familia. Plural in Spain. Él pregunta por la dirección de la tienda. He asks for the store's address. Ella pregunta sobre el precio del boleto. She asks about the ticket price. Remember, ticket in Colombia can say boleto, tiquete. Billete, not billete it's for bill, like a dollar bill, and for a lottery ticket, billete de lotería. Other than that, if it's a ticket, we also say boleto or boleta or tiquete. That was a question a friend of mine asked the other day. Pregunta por la clave. It asks for the password. Nosotros preguntamos sobre el menú del restaurante. We ask about the restaurant's menu. And ellos preguntan sobre la disponibilidad del producto. They ask about the product's availability. Male, ellas preguntan sobre la disponibilidad del producto. They ask about the product's availability. Female. And we have come to the end of the 13 words that we have for today, that we had for today. The 13 verbs. Remember, regular verbs. The thing is, we take the root of the verb, we keep the root of the verb, and depending on the ending of the verb in its infinitive form, ir, we use this table that we have below, and I do the conjugation based on the table for I, you, he, she, it, depending on that. Yeah, nosotros preguntamos sobre español. We ask about Spanish. Great, Serena. Great. For those who like gaming, Serena has an awesome channel. It's called Adventures with Red. Check it out on YouTube. Pretty cool. Okay, so remember, what's your mission? Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go over the list of all of the verbs that we have studied so far. We have studied 43. We have 13 verbs left, and the idea is for you to practice with all of these verbs. Practice the conjugation. Do not worry that much about building sentences. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna have classes specifically for learning how to build an affirmative sentence, a negative sentence, interrogative sentences, structures in all of the tenses. So we're gonna get there. Right now, you need to focus on the conjugation, regular verbs. Remember, there are some irregular verbs, and I have videos for to be, which is irregular, ser or estar, two different forms of the verb to be. I also have to have, which is tener, and haber. Those videos are there. Those are irregular verbs, and I have those videos explaining the same thing, conjugations. For English speakers, conjugation of the regular verbs in Spanish is one of the trickiest things, the conjugations. And maybe adjectives, some of the subjunctive moods, and perhaps passive voice. I would say those are pretty much the trickiest things in Spanish. Other than that, it's so similar to English. So remember, focus on the conjugation. This is going to give you a lot of skills. You're going to get skills that will help you to sound better, to start working on that. Repetition. Repeat that a lot in order for you to get the grasp of that, to get the full understanding, and to get the skills. So whenever you're going to speak, that's already there. And you're learning vocabulary. So I think that's it for today. Whoops. Hello. I think that's it for today. Remember, practice, repetition. I decided to have today's class around noon, afternoon, at 1 actually p.m. Colombian time, thinking about people in Europe, because I got some comments from people in Europe. They wanted to be able to stay during a live streaming class. I haven't seen one yet. I don't know. Well, I know Serena is my friend. She's in the United States. The other people that have been here, I don't know where they are. Google S, Swag Theft Auto, and I had also had, those are the only ones that have commented today. But I see there have been some other people participating during this live streaming class. I don't know where they are, but that was the idea. We'll see what happens. Next class is going to be at around 8 p.m. Colombian time, which is easier for me. And right now, I'm not sure whether it's going to be maybe Tuesday or Thursday. Not sure, but I'll let you know. Or remember, subscribe to stay updated. Once again, I really appreciate you for spending this 45 minutes with us. It's been nice having you here during this live streaming class of conjugation of regular verbs. I have a new video there and everything. And I don't know if you have questions related to what we did today. If you have questions, I don't know. Remember, there's a PDF for downloading, and check those videos that I recently uploaded about conjugating ser, estar, tener, and haber. Those verbs are irregular verbs, are verbs that we use a lot in Spanish, and I teach that in those videos. And I left a link to a PDF that you can download from my website, and in order to do your learning studying experience easier, more comfortable. So I don't see any questions, so I think everything is going pretty much great. Thanks for being here once again. If you like the video, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, groups, and social media. I think I have something here, but this is from the other channel. Spanish with Mike. But anyways, it might help. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel. In fact, this is from Spanish with Mike too. We already reached 100,000 subscribers. Hopefully, we're gonna do the same with Spanish with Mike. Subscribe to the channel. That's going to keep you posted about all of the videos that I've been uploading on a weekly basis. And that's going to help us also to grow as a channel. And that's a way to show your support to our channel. So thanks a lot. Looking forward to seeing you in future videos. And have fun. Let me see once again. I don't see. Okay. Everything seems to be okay. So looking forward to seeing on future videos. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, groups, and social media. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel for updates on the new videos that we're posting on a weekly basis. So keep on learning, keep on watching the videos, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.